Hi, my name is Dragan from AppAppeal. I'm here today with Eric Shedisky, Social Media and Public Relationship Manager at Groundspeak. As you may know, AppAppeal gives AppAwards to the most original applications in the world. Today I'm happy to announce that the winner of this award for the game category is Geocaching. Mr. Shedisky, congratulations to you and your team.
Oh, thank you very much. I know everyone will be excited to hear that we've made some people happy and that they're enjoying the geocaching app on their smartphones.
Can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
So I'm a public relations and social media specialist here at Groundspeak. Groundspeak is a company that runs geocaching.com. It started as a web platform, what is the ice age of the internet back in 2000. So we're a very old .com at 11 years old, and we've been owned by the same three individuals since we were founded. And it started geocaching.com as .com started. Three people working in a basement. They had full-time jobs, and they found this activity they enjoyed and wanted to champion, geocaching,
Mhm.
and started a website, a listing service where people could go hide caches and then find caches through the website by downloading coordinates to their GPS devices. And for people who may not know, geocaching is a GPS-enabled treasure hunt where someone will hide something in the world at a specific coordinate, a latitude and longitude, post it to geocaching.com, and then challenge others to find it. And usually what they find is a small container or a box that's cleverly hidden that has a log inside where people sign the log to prove that they're there. And then they'll go back to our website and share their experience online with a community that started out just in the dozens of people and is now at more than 5 million people around the world.
Wow. Can you tell us how you got the idea for this app, for the geocaching app?
I think the app was a natural progression from the website. So what's required with geocaching is a handheld GPS device and information that you can download from our website. And what the
Hmm.
app allows people to do is not have to carry with them all the time this large GPS device. Instead, they can use their smartphones and not have to go through the process of downloading coordinates and information to a GPS device. So it really makes the process so much easier for someone who's interested in engaging in this worldwide treasure hunt, but maybe not interested in the legwork of going, finding, downloading, and then reaching a location, but instead using this app, which we
Yeah,
have on several platforms. You can be at a location, you have a few minutes, and you can simply click find nearest cache. And usually anyone possibly within walking distance, if not just a few hundred meters away.
perfect. Can you tell us, in your opinion, what is the main difference, the core strength of geocaching compared to other game web apps?
I think what geocaching allows people to do is not just be involved in a game, but to be involved in a community. Geocaching, as we mentioned earlier, is 5 million people, but there are 5 million people that share a similar hobby, that share similar interests, that want to enable themselves to be outside, to be challenged mentally and physically to reach a goal. And
Hmm.
when you download the app, when you go to the website, you're instantly involved in the community of people that, like yourself, you're in Romania, I'm in the United States, but we're both geocachers. We share something in common. So our strength is really the community that has built geocaching. As much as we're a company, we're also part of a community. And our job is to allow the community to enjoy the game in the cleanest, most efficient way possible through apps and through the website. So I think our strength is really not just the technology involved and what benefits we offer through our apps, but the people that are geocachers. So we're really a community, and I think that shows when you're out geocaching and you go back and you log your find, you're interacting with someone. You've had an experience with someone else that you've never met before, who you may have never met through your social circles, who could have a completely different profession, be in a different age group, possibly in a different country, and you've had this experience with them. So I think geocaching really allows people to communicate in a way and share experiences, and that's something that's very powerful and very difficult for other apps to compete with.
Yeah, definitely. The community feeling you can experience it right from the moment you create an account, you start logging in and starting looking for caches hidden in your location.
Yeah.
Um, what were the first steps that you took after you decided to implement this app? What were the first things you did?
I think so. We started with our iPhone app back in 2008. So
Hmm.
we're very, very interested in being involved in the application process and being on that platform. We knew that this is going to be the next step
Yeah.
in the evolution of geocaching. So our process is really what anyone would go through. We hired developers, we developed teams, and after our successful iPhone launch, we're quick into the market with an Android app a couple of years later, about 18 months later. And then we launched as an original launch partner on Windows Phone 7.
Hmm.
So we're just growing now is the next step in our app process. But what we also have, and what I'm excited to talk about, is we have an open API where we're working with partners now. You can go to geocaching.com/live and look to see where our partners have put geocaching apps on the BlackBerry platform and are producing apps for other platforms and other website applications as well. And people and developers who are seeing this can go to that website and see if that's something they're interested in developing. So our next step is really releasing the API that powers geocaching.com and seeing where other people can take it through a partnership with Groundspeak.
Okay. And can you tell us, like, how did geocache appear? What was the spark that created geocache?
So this the interesting part about geocaching and one of the the concepts that's hard for me to grasp is that you're using this technology that's military technology and
Yes,
costs
the
billions of
GPS.
dollars
Yeah.
and exists in space, and you're using it to find a piece of Tupperware in the woods. So there's a little bit of mind expansion that goes on with geocaching. But back in 2000, what's called the big blue switch was flipped in May of 2000, and that allowed everyone's handheld GPS devices to be 10 times more accurate. There was a code written into the GPS signal that would scramble it for civilian use. And when the big blue switch was flipped, that
Hmm.
scrambling stopped. So it instantly allowed an upgrade for everyone's GPS. And then the next day, someone hid something and challenged someone else to find it in May of 2000. And they had to put it online for someone to find it. So
Okay.
that was the nest egg, the little acorn that started geocaching, was someone's curiosity about the accuracy of GPS after this big blue switch, which is a fictional terminology, but how we refer to it, how after
Okay.
that flipped. And then when a few months later, the three gentlemen who founded geocaching.com decided that they should list all the locations on a website, and there were 75 geocaches at the time that our site went live, I believe in September of 2000. And now, fast forward 11 years, there's 1.5 million geocaches around the globe. So we've seen a steady growth each year as more and more people discover geocaching as a way to allow themselves to get outside and be engaged with the world through technology that doesn't keep them inside and staring in a box and being alone, but this allows you to engage in the world. So the roots of geocaching really go back to when the GPS constellation, was allowed to be used by civilians in a much more accurate way 11 years ago.
Okay. And right now, where is geocaching heading?
It's an interesting question, one that we work with, and what how we answer that question is by listening to the community. And the community wants to be challenged more to have quality geocaches. So we're constantly looking at ways that we can increase the quality of someone's caching experience. So we have instituted favorite points on our website.
Hmm.
So if you're a premium member, if you have an app, if you don't now, you will be able to sort by favorite points and find where in your area the community believes the best caches are, which is a great way to reward people who place great caches and allow other people to find and experience those great caches as well. So we're always working on the quality of the game, and we're working on getting geocaching apps in the hands of as many people as possible by our open API. So I think the future is really just what we're doing now through
Hmm.
you. Is spreading the word as much as we can about geocaching and allow people to experience this and to be part of this worldwide treasure hunt.
And can you tell us how you first started to differentiate between the caches? Like, I've been on your website, and when I used it, I saw like you can select intermediary or beginner or advanced caches or expert caches. And how did you first start differentiating them? Which were the first caches that you could actually say, yeah, this is a very difficult to find cache. This is a somewhat difficult to find cache. Which were the first steps on this road?
I think that, and I'm not sure when that was instituted, but if you're looking at a cache, the page will tell you on a star rating 1 to 5 the difficulty and the terrain.
Yeah.
And if you place a cache, there's a method you go through where you answer a few questions and then you rate the difficulty and the terrain. So a terrain 5 or a difficulty 5 will be a very well-hidden cache that requires some sort of specialized equipment to get to. Sometimes that could be a climbing harness if it's up in a tree,
Hmm.
or scuba gear if it's underwater cache, and all those exist. So I think that's part of the quality of the game as well, is making sure people understand what they're hunting for. And as part of that description as well, it'll tell you the cache size. So you know if you're looking for something, and I should
Really
have had,
small. Yeah.
yeah, really small, and they can get that small, or something, we have 5-gallon buckets that
Yeah.
people place too that are still hard to find, believe it or not. So it's all it helps so much in the hunt. And then, of course, part of the cache page as well, there's often a clue. So if you
Hmm.
get to the location, you can't find it, you can look at the clue, you can look at previous logs. But still, I mean, there's a cache that I've been looking for and keep going back to for 2 weeks now, and I haven't been able to find, but I'm still hoping one day I'll walk there and my eyes will open up and there will be the cache.
Good luck with